As the popular saying goes, you must spend money to make money. In today's episode, we are going to do exactly that. We are going to start a farming area along with a farming town to have a steady source of income for our growing city. So, welcome to the fourth episode of this series in the city of Ark Ville. My name is Diplo, and I would like to start the episode by thanking each of my subscribers and viewers. The channel grew from 0 to 1300 subscribers in a span of 5 months. So thanks for all the love and subscriptions. I have learned a lot in the past few months and hope to continue to create even better content. So let's get cracking. So as per the resource map, the area for our farming area would be to the right of the motorway going north. The area on both sides of the river is very fertile. The overall terrain is quite flat, but the road layout needs to be properly planned. I presume most of the traffic originating from this area would either be for export by road, for which we will need a highway connection. We will also need to provide good connectivity to the cargo harbor we built in our industrial area. As always, I will use planning roads to begin with. For most part, I will try to align the road with the river and then connect it to a collector going towards the city, but slightly away from the roundabout. Moving on to the other side, we have a motorway, so I will use one lane ramp to provide an entry into the farming area from north. I may provide an exit as well, that is another ramp going over the existing motorway and connecting to the northbound side. But for now, I am keeping it this way as I'm unsure about the space requirement for the industrial area. Exits from the roundabout are mostly 2-lane one-way roads merging into 1 lane. So for this side, I can use it as a dedicated turn into the area. You will also see me using asymmetric roads at most intersections. Personally, I find them very useful for managing traffic in this game. On the opposite side, the road will follow the river. We will have one bridge for vehicles, especially the ones from north or northbound. And on the other side, we will have a connection to the city bound arterial. Using connection tool from network multi-tool, I will connect the roads and then align the road heights using Move It. Using asymmetric roads, I will complete the junction, providing multiple access points into the area. This always helps in spreading the industry traffic, and hopefully this will work. With the farming main building placed, I am placing extractor buildings, but before that, let's provide my hardworking farmers with some water and electricity. Next up is a small time lapse of me placing the industry buildings. I will be back shortly. This area is where I plan to have a small farming town, again following the river, to place my main roads and then a bridge for external connection. I quite like how this area is turning out to be. For local garbage collection, I will be placing a waste transfer facility. Next up, we will move to the other side of the river. I will follow the same template of creating an internal network of gravel roads. Let's head into another time lapse of me placing farming buildings. The farming area is almost complete. The only building and the biggest of them all is the slaughterhouse, which is missing. Since we are out of space, it has to be on this side of the river. To encourage more workers and to upgrade faster, I will place some worker barracks around the area. This should provide some boost to the number of workers. Plus, we will also be building a farming town next. As I said earlier, upgrading all the junctions with asymmetric roads to provide dedicated turns and avoid congestions. Moving on, let's start putting in some roads for the farming town. It's going to be very basic, and again, following the river. As per zoning, the area around the slaughterhouse will be commercial and the rest will be residential. I may use mid-century modern as the building theme for this area. I will also be providing some basic services like clinics, cemetery, and an elementary school. The area looks nice, and with residential demand being high, the area filled up in no time. Placing a small warehouse for the farming products to be stored, and I will change the warehouse next to the cargo terminal to store farming products as well. This is the same warehouse we placed in the last episode. Next up, I'll be creating a bus route for these people to travel to Old Town or the train station or to the commercial area near the cathedral. Here's how the bus ride would look like. I noticed the bus clearly does not follow the lane arrows, so I may have to use Traffic Manager's lane connector tool to fix this. Right turn from the leftmost lane reminds me of how I used to drive in bus simulation games. With our industry needing more workers and residential demand at its peak, I will zone some more residential. I will extend the main road into the valley in an attempt to make full use of the available build area. This may not be the most realistic approach, but hey, still better than the bus driver's driving skills. Next up, I'll create a small park around the clinic just to add some entertainment for the area. I will use farming fences and small bushes to form the boundaries and then place some props inside. Extending the gravel path up the hill, I may create a small nature reserve, but we'll see. With the area having limited access through the farming area, may not be the best idea. With the farming area running well, I will place a bakery which uses crop, flour and animal product as raw material. I need the area to fit the bakery, couple of warehouses and a silo. Nah, I think I need to change the road layout to fit all of them properly. Since this ended up being a cul-de-sac, I am using building spawn point mod to move the spawn points inwards into the building to reduce holdups on the roads itself. Moving back to the farming town, I zoned the remaining available area. So this area is complete, so there is no more zoning space available. Checking the overall traffic situation in the area, it is busy but not blocked or backed up. So all good for now. I will place some more worker barracks to help with the industry reaching level 5, using node controller to offset the road bends to make it easier for the trucks so that they don't slow down at the turns. Next up, I will use traffic manager lane connectors to define the turns, since we noticed that vehicles weren't following the road markings. For this area to work, it is absolutely important that vehicles follow the lanes. Since we have some space available to create an elevated ramp on the northbound motorway, I will begin creating the exit ramp. I had a hard time creating a realistic looking ramp with gradual elevation. Ended up using slope tool wrongly, and then I had to redo the whole elevation bit. After a bit of adjustments using Move It, I was finally able to create something useful. I finished off by doing some changes using node controller and detailing using intersection marking tools. Off camera, I did some more detailing around the ramps to cover the terrain changes. Coming up is a time lapse of today's build. Starting off with an aerial view of our main city with a sprawling waterfront, city hall and city park. To your right, on the other side of the hill, is the area where we built today. The overall road layout respects the river coastline, and although at times it gets busy, but the roads so far have been able to handle the traffic volumes. The small farming town at the end of the valley is full and well developed. Creating a bus line definitely helped with the traffic situation. Again, the layout respects the river as well as the hills. I have tried to make full use of the area. Probably not the most realistic, but I would assume that in real life, if there was a need for a motorway to go over an existing area, especially in an island where there is less buildable area, the local government would compensate or find a way to make this work. Let me know what you think in the comments. The northbound interchange we built today, I have done some detailing off camera, used rocks, paths and plants. This may change when we build on the other side of the motorway, but for now it is operating very well. On this side of the farming area, we have a couple of milking parlors and cattle shed. So that's it for today, Skyliners. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you're new here, please subscribe. See you in the next one. Until then, keep building and take care. This is Diplo signing off.